Greetings and welcome to FactionMasters Season 5, Game 10. We are bringing you the match of the Wayfarers, played by BookishHolleas, and the High Elves, played by DQI. And for the commentary this time, I am joined by BookishHolleas. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm pretty excited about this one. It was crazy.
Yeah, I even heard that you were so pleased with this game that you wanted this to be one of the matchups in the next season of the league.
Yep. I put that in. I guess I think I've played this matchup now twice, and I think the first time was 6 months ago. So it was quite a wild. I didn't go into it with a crazy appreciation of how crazy the High Elves positioning mini game is, in addition to the Wayfarers mini game of positioning and shenanigans that can happen. It broke my brain a little bit, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and one of the things that you told me before we started recording is you were a little surprised to see DQI had both obliges in the opening hand.
Yep.
Maybe you can describe to our viewers what was in your opening hand, if you can remember.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
not.
a great question. I have no idea.
Okay, well, let's just hit play and we'll see what happens.
Excellent.
So, High Elves go first. And I imagine we're going to see the Voyager get killed here.
Yep.
Dancer takes just a little damage.
Quick.
So did you think you were going to try to do a rush assassination kind of a thing, or still taking a minute to feel it out?
My initial hope was end the game in less than 10 turns.
Okay.
I think, quite honestly, that is my overall goal in pretty much every single Wayfarers game, of end the game as quickly as possible. Find the right kills, find the right ways to sneak in, and
Ooh,
as we'll see, that is
a little
not
low
what
on the hits
happens
there.
here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the aggressive opener. DQI built a lot of magic on his first magic phase. And some interesting... Oh, Sanctity. Okay. I'm going to say he's leaving himself vulnerable to attack,
really
but...
early.
Yeah.
And I was surprised to see that early, with him being so far back.
Well, I mean, you've got
the
gate here. He's kind of leaving himself open to attack otherwise, so...
But lose the dancer.
Yeah.
Get out another one.
And I see even a second priest back here, or I'm sorry, a second peace arbiter behind the gate to really shore things up.
Yep.
I like using the dancer to pull those commons out. Let Celeste do some work, keeping your units here across the line. And getting a little chip damage on Valeria instead of going for the wall. High Elves are not going to be healing, so... But with Sanctity, Valeria can really wreck face against commons. Let's see where these walls go up. Okay, keeping them balanced. I thought maybe he would put a wall up here to block you off, but he decided that he wanted to control both sides of the board.
Oh man, I'm excited for this.
Okay. Oh, we got a good combo coming. I love combos. I love
This
Wayfarer
starts getting
combos.
crazy.
Okay. And
Nope.
enough for
Just
Tess.
Tess.
Oh, just Tess. Okay.
Just Tess. So at this point, he's got this pretty well defensive corner.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the toughness. He's got War Out, and I really started feeling like if
Oh
there is
boy.
an opportunity to slip in, right, and he kind of shut that ability down. And so this is where I started to get okay with it and said, all right, I'm going to see what I can do to just pin you in the corner.
Okay. I like this big block of units here, all mashed together. And Tess, slowly pushing your walls up.
Yep.
You get the 5 of 6. Got it. Got the 5 of 7. Really keep him contained here.
5-7.
Yeah.
Yep.
Using the rogues to do it cheaply. I imagine this adventure is going to push up to block that gate summoning spot.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
And we still have the Seek the Horizon active in case you need to refresh your commons. I noticed you're just a little bit behind on the draw pile, but it's pretty close. Now come the obliges.
Yeah. With the obliges hurt because he pulled 2 adventurers in. And that's an easy kill for Valera. The horizons were really I think I had the second horizon in my hand at this point still. Because I was just bleeding units.
Yeah.
And I wasn't killing a lot of his units for magic. And so that was getting difficult because he was just going to run away with the game from an econ perspective.
Yeah. Once you've got your combo set up, you really can. But Wayfarers can be pretty good at wall destruction. I like how you're saving the adventurer for last. You do the other target, the non-variable targets first. And doing pretty well on the gate destruction here, but are you going to run out of gas? That waypoint he's going to have a hard time destroying. Well, I guess with the Arbiter of War boosting, it's a somewhat decent chance. Yep, here's the other oblige.
Here's that second oblige. That was real bad.
Expensive for you.
Like, dang it. I don't have the, I didn't have the magic at this point to be wasting on, this adventure is going to come up and block that one square for a turn. Well, I got real lucky with that game.
Yeah.
With that one.
He's got 8 magic. Got a lot saved up. It could be Titus time soon.
That the waypoint lived. Yes. He left a little bit of opening, so
okay. So you're going to go in.
Now is a time enough to pop in.
You can pop in and pop out.
And I can still pop in, pop out, and still block every single one of his kind of outdoor summoning spots.
Very well done.
The only
And
thing
you,
that happened
yeah.
was that
Ooh.
priest up in the top left could start.
Mm-hmm.
That was just because I had a shot. I didn't
Yeah, this is
create a lot
a
of
this is a
damage on
Wayfarer's
nothing.
Siege.
Yeah. And I was able to have Tess back there so I can get my 3 cards back.
And it's going to be hard for him to get around it. Yeah, here comes Titus. He's going to have to just push out and start hitting your
And
walls
there's Titus.
to have any chance of doing anything. However, Valeria seems pretty safe where she is.
At the moment, yeah.
For now, yeah.
Yep. So this next turn actually was I sat on for a long time.
I'll pause it for a second. We can talk it
Because
through.
I had an adventure. I had the second Seek, an adventure, 2 rogues, and coordinate in my hand, and I could get the adventure and both rogues lined up right in front of Titus and put 10 dice into him.
Yeah.
And 10 dice with 10 swords, 9 health, I figured it's got to be pretty close to a 50-50, maybe 60%, something like that.
I think it's a little. I can look it up later. I think the odds are a little less than that, but go on, keep going.
Okay. Alternatively, I could take Tess up to where one of those gates is and have a 4 bows, 4 swords with the adventures, and 3 swords with the rogue into Titus for 11 dice. And maybe that was probably the 50-50 that I was thinking of. But my concern with both of those is if I don't kill Titus, I think I lose all 3 of those units. Valeria takes 1 step up, pushes the adventurer away from Titus for 2 damage. Titus walks up and wrecks somebody.
Sure.
And that priest probably has 2 dice into the rogue.
Yeah.
And at this point, I've got 7 cards, 2 in the draw pile. I think I knew I had a rogue and a dancer left in the draw pile. My horizon's out, but I wouldn't be able to have a unit in the back row if I brought Tess up for 11 dice into Titus rather than 10. And I think if it was a 50-50 of me killing it, well, I still probably lose the adventurer. I still probably lose a rogue. And again, it just snowballs into he's got now 13 cards to my 6, 5, 4, something like that.
Yeah.
And I would have had 1 magic from killing Titus. And if I didn't win the 50-50 flip on that, then I think I was just absolutely screwed. So I ended up not going with that. Even though I'm much more of a fan of big risky plays like that. And I was sitting here looking at those 2 gates of his, 5 health, 2 health. I could pop both of his gates pretty easily.
These 2,
I could probably pop those gates and potentially one of those piece, like the 2 health piece, or chip into Valeria or something. But then I had a big fear of loyalty, I think is the versatile one.
Yep. Or it's liberty. Liberty is the... But liberty. Yeah, if you get hit by both, though, it's doubly bad. Loyalty and liberty, you can take a summoner down real fast with those.
I had a big fear of like 12 or 14 dice coming into Celeste if I drop his gates. So I played this next turn real cautiously, and I don't know if that was the right decision or not, but that's what I did.
Okay, well, it
yeah.
certainly is a dilemma. I did look up the odds while you were speaking. It was about 50-50 on each one, so your intuition was correct. The 10 swords on Titus was a 49% chance. If you swap in Tess instead, that upped your chances to 53. Either way, it's basically a coin flip. So
Yep.
I'm going to unpause now. We'll see what
for it. Sorry.
what played out. You got the rogues.
Didn't go well.
Oh, okay. Staying back, playing it a little bit safer then.
Yeah. Figured this was a safe bet. All right, I'll back up here. He'll come out. If he doesn't come out, fine. I'll continue to push forward. If he does come out, great. Then I can surround him a little bit better, or get like Celeste's bigger gun in play. And then I didn't kill the priest.
Yeah,
sad.
you expect 3 hits on 4 swords, but it's not every time. It's not guaranteed.
Yeah, what that's got to be 75 or 80%, but still not guaranteed at all.
I'm assuming that. Well, maybe I shouldn't assume. I mean, we'll see a sanctity here. Okay, yes. So Valeria's looking pretty exposed. It's probably time for the second sanctity, so he can take care of these walls and block them off. It's very good that he's using Titus.
Kills my gate, pulls the priest back into War's strength zone. Kill the rogue up there. I thought that was real cool.
And I think
6 dice and
6 now that I think about it, the choice to hit Tess instead of that gate makes a lot more sense. And this is, well, Celeste is I guess I see what you're doing here.
Yep.
Just everyone on Titus.
So here's where I decided to take out Titus.
Yeah. Well, if you do have to pull away from Titus, you'll only take 1 damage because of the sanctity. Wow. Yeah.
Correct. But if instead of having 11 dice the turn before, now I have 6 dice with Celeste, so I've got a total of 13 on them. Or 14 dice.
Yeah.
6, 4,
you almost got him with the first 10.
Yeah, that would have been great, but not quite. But that kind of sacrifice of Tess with the sacrifice to get rid of Titus. Again, I have no clue if that was the right call or not, but Tess with 1 health wasn't going to probably last for too much longer anyway.
Yeah.
But I also lose a whole bunch of everything there.
I think you made the right call. As I think about your position, I'm really tempted by these 2 gates being low health, but he's got this one defended also. So it's not like you're going to completely lock him out of summoning anything. So I feel like destroying these 2 gates is just not... it's a nice play, but it's not a game-winning play.
Right.
And when the High Elves have Fortress Valeria all set up here, sometimes you kind of just have to chip away and look for an opening. Even though that's maybe not Wayfarer's favorite way to play. Kind of have to take what you can here. Yeah. Still doing
be very patient.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yep.
Still doing a very good job of blocking these.
6 to just kill the Justice was all right.
Outside summoning spots, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was just playing contain overall.
And DQI is kind of playing his own version of contain,
hard to do that with.
Keeping Valeria safe, which is hard to do against Wayfarers, but it's this continuous chain of units, not even a gap in the diagonals.
Not at all. And I think he knew that I used both of my slip buys already, so...
Yeah.
Let's see, what happened here? Oh, the rogue to the side just to block his flank. The dancer to start pulling people out of position. Which I think that was really going to be my best way in here, is start pulling commons out.
Yep. Breached another wall there,
one
but
of the gates gets slowly making a hole in.
yeah, he's got a lot of units in hand, but not a lot of places to put them. He's running out of room.
Mm-hmm.
Really good positioning with his Arbiters of War, not letting you get the bonus.
This next turn was the one turn that I was having a real opportunity to get the strength bonus.
Okay.
And it didn't work out, unfortunately.
Okay, we'll see what happens here.
Yep. Trying to get the waypoint more forward, more in a position where
Oh,
that's around.
That's not good.
The 0 for 6 miss on that.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where I wanted to push the adventurer forward, and I would have had the 4 swords into Valeria there.
Yeah, that would have been huge.
Leave her at 3 or 4 instead of leaving her at 6. Because then, on average, I should be able to pop in and I can do 3 damage or 4 damage off of 6 bows with Celeste, but doing 6 out of 6 is, I don't know, 8%, 5%, 10%, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, it's very low. And now he's got everything lined up for a Liberty play here.
Mm-hmm.
Still focusing
I got really lucky that.
Yeah. Still focusing on your commons, not and your walls, not going for Celeste yet. Very systematic approach, right. But I think he realizes once you run out of commons, the game is pretty much over.
Absolutely. And with 2 cards left at this point.
Yeah.
I think I had a Voyager and a Rogue in my hand. This was the second turn that really hurt. Because I was able to get that one out of the way with Versatile, jump over here. Now I've got Strength again. So I've got 4 bows into this gate with a Celeste shot.
You really needed the, I mean, you probably wouldn't have had 6 out of 6, but with the other Voyager combined, really could have done some damage.
And with the 4 from the swords on the adventurer earlier, I think those were the 2 key turns where
you had some chances.
1 more damage on. Yep, 1 more damage on the Arbiter, push the adventurer forward, and 1 more damage on that gate, and I would have had 10 extra dice into Valeria. And from here on out, I went they were my last 2 real shots. And so now with a Dancer, a Rogue, and Celeste, with 9 health, I almost considered just pushing Celeste back and, or no, it was really the next turn. So kill the gate, try and kill this piece.
I mean,
I think I popped war here.
you just have a small chance just by virtue of him not having any gates left, but unfortunately for you, 2 of his last 3 cards were priests, and he doesn't need a gate to summon them.
Right. Yep. I did make a big mistake. I was kicking myself this next turn. With the toughness saved the rogue there, luckily. But this next turn I attacked with the rogue first.
Instead of with
and
Celeste
then he
first,
died,
yeah.
So I lost a dice on Celeste.
You could have even had one more just coming up a little bit.
My own gate.
Oops.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I came up 1 from that position, he would have been able to move Justice over, and Valeria to push him up to put Justice up 1. So I'd have taken that attack, which is why Celeste didn't go forward.
I see.
But he still had another priest, so now he's got the flank with both priests.
Yeah.
But instead of attacking his gate or his war, whoever it was, with the rogue, I almost attacked my own gate.
Oops.
And then just backed up with Celeste to try and outlast him. Let's see if
you
I
mean
can play the cat and mouse game
you considered?
For 6 turns.
I see. So you considered deliberately killing your own gate so he would be taking inactivity damage.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I think with
6 health, that's hard to pull off. With 1 or 2 health, you might.
It would have been a long 6 turns.
Yeah.
For me to live on that. But then Justice missing there on the end.
Yeah, but you need at least 2 turns to win here.
Right. And that's just not going to happen. So.
Okay.
Stand and deliver.
Yep.
Pretty much. The Cassia hanging out in his hand. It's kind of funny. But no, it was. I think this was a beautifully played game by DQI. It's hard to go 30.
Yeah,
32
sure is. 33 altogether. Sure.
3 turns.
Yeah.
That was hard. The positioning game of it, of just those little decisions here and there, where he's got, war or justice placed just right, so I can't get the strength. But if I started attacking that gate, or if I started fighting and pushing in, well, now I'm starting to take this atone damage every single time. And with 2 health on rogues and voyagers, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess their positioning was just beautiful. I felt in so many different places to just lock down his corner, and I was able to sneak in and chip in a couple of things here, and I had a chance for 4 more dice. I had a chance for 6 more dice, and a friend often says, the dice game's gonna do dice game things.
Yep,
that's
sure does.
Great part of the fun of it.
Yeah, this was the moment here. I think your best chance to have a chance. Just didn't quite get there.
And that's where, even with the 6 into 6 is very, very low chance.
It
But
is, but supposing you had gotten
it
say
was a
four
chance.
out of those 6. Now Valeria is at 2 health, and the end game is looking a lot different.
Exactly.
And even
Because then Celeste's still at 9.
Yeah.
Can walk up.
Even 3 out of 6 or
fine,
2
I'll
out of
take
6
2
makes it
shot,
vulnerable.
I'll take
Yeah.
3 attacks.
Mhm.
And put 4 dice into your 2 health. And that's where that adventure, I really wanted to push that adventure.
Yeah, I'll have to go back a few more turns to find that spot. This one here? That might have been.
Attack on Celeste. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, this is the place.
Yep.
Well, you did have to get. I will say with the tough, what do we call, Law of Fortitude.
There.
I call it Toughness Aura, but Law of Fortitude is the official name for it. Yeah, with Law of Fortitude active, you did have to get. I mean, it was very surprising that you got 0, but you did have to get 4 out of 6, which is about. Right. I think that's somewhere around 50-50 on that one too. So, couple of coin flips that didn't go your way.
Exactly. So I mean, I really don't think I have much to complain from a dice perspective.
I think it was pretty even altogether. So yeah.
Yeah. Overall, it was very close. I felt. But yeah, the 0 out of 6 was that made me sad.
It's shocking, but the 0 was no better than 2 or 3 in this case. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I needed 4 or didn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
It was a really fun game.
Yeah.
Really fun game. Really close. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining me for this commentary, BookishHolleas.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can see you again next season. And yeah, it was great to have you.
This matchup, I guess.
Unlikely that you'll get this matchup specifically, but if it's a matchup you like, yeah, by all means, go and get some games on it.
A very interesting one.
There's
for sure.
There's so many. Yeah, there's so many factions now. Even if you did just queue up all Wayfarers games exclusively, just as public games, it could take you a long time to stumble upon this matchup again. High Elves is not a very commonly played faction.
Nope.
Definitely.
That's very I do want to shout out if anybody like on Discord. I am super interested to hear any and all opinions of this game from everybody, because I just thought it was an absolute brain burner of a difficult match trying to break this. So like that test sacrifice, that bouncing in, there was the turn I slipped in, there was another option actually. Sorry, now I got this stuck in my head.
That's all right. We'll go back and take a look. See if I can find which turn that was. Was that 16 or 14? No. Go back a little farther. There's no room there. Let's go back to 12. Must have been 12.
It slipped by. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could have ended up test moves up, switches with the waypoint. Celeste then uses the waypoint to go where that 10 health gate just went.
Mm-hmm.
And then I slip by twice just to the left of Valeria.
So you're talking about going into this square here.
Yep.
All the way up to here.
In my hand, all the way over there.
Oh, and then dropping the gate here? Just for protection?
I would have been able to drop that gate down on the bottom, and I wouldn't have been able to get out. Realistically, I probably would have taken Tess into a different place to keep the waypoint safe.
Yeah.
I mean, all the way back to my back row or something like that to keep the waypoint safe, because then even I could, next turn, I have the gate down
here.
Corner.
Tess can slip in if you need to.
Only got one attack lane into me.
Mm-hmm.
I can waypoint myself out. Tess can slip into either of those spots.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I had a rogue and a voyager in my hand or something like that where I could, just put them down to get the extra dice down. And so have I guess I had 6 dice into Valeria on the other side. But I was strongly considering diving all the way in on that one too, which would have been insanity, but it would have been fun.
Yeah, he unbeknownst to you, he did have a law of sanctity to
Right.
delay you, but depending on how low you
get the 6 dice first.
Yeah.
In.
Well, you got
And
6
again, if
dice.
I
You
leave
got
them at
6 dice
6
anyways.
I got 6 dice
I
in,
believe.
leave them at 6 health.
Yeah.
But now I'm in your base, killing your dudes.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think you were also motivated by getting to use your
Horizon.
your Seek the Horizon by putting Tess on the edge there. I think that was also the factor that you wanted to give yourself an option for the kind of the long game possibility.
Yep, exactly. So that's why, I mean, there were just an infinite amount of possibilities in this game. And I just thought it was a really cool, fun game. It was real intense. So, well played, DQI. Good game.
All right.
Again.
Fantastic.
Yep. Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me ramble.
Thanks for being here, and thanks to all our viewers. We will see you next time for more Faction Masters.
Absolutely. It's a fun one. Cheers.